Hi, thank you for joining me today. My name is Dr. Julie David, and I am here so I can bring you some great information on chiropractic, nutrition, as well as lifestyle changes that can help you better your health. Stay tuned. The goal of the video today is to pretty much give you guys ways on how you can, different steps on how you can actually better your health. But I also want to make something clear where I'd like to make some of these topics available, or my aim is for a specific population, for everyone, but with the focus of lower socioeconomic groups, simply because they are the most affected by chronic diseases and diseases that are acquired based on their lifestyle. Lower socioeconomic populations are people who has lower income, lower education, as well as lower work opportunities. The life expectancy of a lower socioeconomic individual is decreased by 46% compared to a non-Hispanic white. So most lower socioeconomic individuals will either be a non-Hispanic black or a Hispanic. And you would not think that these factors would actually affect your health, but it does, because there is a cycle, and within that cycle, based on the way you live your life, it actually determines the effect of your health. So if you were raised in a lower income home, there are only certain opportunities that you would have to actually have a certain amount of income, and with that, you're probably in a specific area where it's mostly lower income individuals, so you will receive lower education as well. Simply that's because that's just the statistics and how it's set up. And also with that, you have lower opportunities to actually get different occupations, or just lower job expectations. And it's just a cycle that keeps repeating, because you create your family within that same environment, and that just continues to repeat. This is typically called the cycle of poverty, and there's so much research that literally significantly proves that your economics, or those three things that affects your social economics, absolutely does have a significant effect on your health outcomes. That's the reason why the CDC and so many other laws are trying to create specific laws and specific outcomes to address this issue, so we can actually bring out more help for those hurting populations. That's not something that I see that's happening, but it's in the talks, and there's a lot of research to actually back it up, and ways to educate and ways to actually help. I wanted to make it my goal to actually try to bring information and educate as much people as I can, because once you know better, you're able to do better. And with that said, there are a lot of ways where you can improve your health, where it may not take a whole lot more as far as money. It just pretty much an understanding of how you can do it. So let's discuss some simple lifestyle changes on how you can increase your health, prevent or manage chronic diseases. First, I always say you have to have a positive mindset about your health. Creating a balance about your nutrition or your decisions. There's no bad foods or good foods. It's all based on your eating habits. And going into the second point, eating habits is extremely important for your health. You have to create a healthy habit where you're not skipping meals, unless if it's intentional, if you're fasting, where you're not going hours without eating, and then when you finally eat, you end up eating a huge meal, and that probably isn't too healthy if you're eating a cheeseburger and that's the only thing you eat for the day, and then you keep going. It is important for you to have plenty of vegetables, plenty of fruits, as well as drinking plenty of water, making sure you're getting your grains, You have fats, carbohydrates, proteins. All of those are absolutely important for you to have a wholesome diet. And like I said, creating a good routine, eating your breakfast, eating your lunch, as well as your dinner, and making sure your portion sizes are within, it's generous enough where it's not too much or too little. You can also measure your foods. There are beautiful plates that literally has the cutoff for each portion of your food. That's already there for you to follow. If you have any issues with knowing exactly how much you should be eating, there's plenty of resources online, and of course I'm here so I can help as well. Besides your mindset as well as your eating habits, you also want to be active. You want to move. And by moving, I'm not saying go into a gym, a CrossFit gym, and just start climbing rocks or something. It's perfectly fine if you just make sure you're walking every day. 10,000 steps. Everybody has either a Fitbit or an iPhone watch, those Apple watches that literally calculates. And even if you don't have the watch, your phone, we have our cell phones with us all the time. There are apps that literally calculate each step you take per day. 10,000 steps is the goal for each day. And if you're doing that, that is awesome. You can even increase your activity by putting in 30 minutes of yoga or Pilates or a gym class, or just deciding to go walk your dog, whatever you choose, but make it where it's not something that you feel overwhelmed. I usually do that, which is a mistake, and I'm literally learning that about myself. Don't go sign yourself up into some program that's just extremely vigorous and that's going to overwhelm you 2 days after you've been there. Create a routine that you can actually keep up. If you have your dog, just take your dog walking 3 times a week, every day actually. But if you have, if you're park further away from your destination so you can get more steps in. If you're already getting 10,000 steps, create goals so you can get 11 or 12,000, just increasing it in increment. Also, making sure you get plenty of rest. We are supposed to get, for adults, we have to get at least 8 hours of sleep per night. Your body is up and active throughout the day. Your brain is moving, your stomach is moving, your muscles are moving, and you have to allow your body enough time for your digestive system to actually work, for your brain to get its rest, and for you to wake up rejuvenated the next day. You need those 8 hours of sleep. Not getting enough sleep is associated with so many health issues, and you wouldn't believe it, but once you start having health problems, your sleep is one of the first things that's affected. There are so many people that are experiencing insomnia or not being able to sleep, and that's definitely due to their health issues. And the moment that you start becoming more healthy, you will also notice the difference in your sleep. Also, one of the most important things, in my opinion, is making sure you are living or managing your stress as much as possible, or trying to live a stress-free life. And there are some great activities that can help you maintain that. Personally, I do like to meditate. I used to meditate for about 30 minutes, but I've fallen off from that. But I always meditate for at least 5 minutes per day. Meditation increases your productivity throughout the day. It allows you to be more in control. It just makes you feel so much better and think a lot more. Another way to help with your stress would be yoga, or just being more active, because you are releasing, there's different hormones that's released when you are in a very free state of mind or when you are meditating, and those hormones actually helps with managing stress. So all of these steps pretty much work together, but they're separate. They each have their benefits, but once you are practicing them, your health will become so much better. And these are things that you can do for free, and you can start now. And I'm here to help you. Definitely feel free to reach out.